Approve. Hello, hello, Queena. So excited. Hey, girl.
Hey,
What's going on?
girl, I made it.
Yay, I love it. Have you ever been live on a live video before?
All the time. I go live at least once a day.
Yay,
Sometimes
I
twice.
love that. Good for you. Good. So today it's twice, right?
No, once.
Okay. Awesome. Yay. Woo-hoo. Okay, cool. So, Queena, your question was, how do I deal with clients when I become sick? Like unexpected sickness, pregnancy, COVID. What's the protocol? I recently had a timeline with a client who basically gave me a timeline to get better. I couldn't do her hair on a Wednesday, and she said, or he or she said, as long as you can do it by Thursday, then that's okay. How do you deal with selfish clients? Did I get that right?
Yes,
Queena?
ma'am. You got it.
I'm sorry that happened to you. That is rough.
Yeah, I'm still at home sick right now. Like this is like a right now situation. So when I talked to you, I was like, I need some help right now. Like right now.
In real time problem.
In real time. Like this is the best I've looked since Thanksgiving.
You look great.
Look, I couldn't let you outdo me, girl. You know, I see your lashes and all that stuff. I was like, okay, get it together.
And I put a little filter. I tried a new filter, so it's kind of like extra sparkly.
You look good, girl.
Okay, dear. Okay, so this is good. So it's fresh. It's fresh on your brain. I'm glad to know that too, because I'm like, oh, this is an interesting question. So it's actually happening right now. So, okay, cool. So this is my questions for you. Are you charging premium pricing? That's my first question.
No.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you these few questions, and I'm going to go back to why I'm asking these questions. Okay. Now, I don't know anything else about anything about your business or the way you roll, and so I'm asking you things, and then I'm going to process it. Then I'm going to give you an answer. Okay. So, do you show your expertise online regularly?
Yes.
Okay. How have you set up other boundaries that clients respect? I believe this issue is a cross between respect and boundaries. Is there another example you can think of, like unrelated to this specific topic, where you're like, oh, actually, this is how I handle clients that do X?
I'm working on boundaries. I don't have a lot. I'm just, well, I can't say that because I broke one today. I was breaking one because I was going to work on Monday. So I was already breaking a rule. I need boundaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's maybe an issue in the business, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Got it. So I'm just reading between the lines and picking apart like what I think might be some of the issues. Okay, cool. And it's so in regards to, so here's an example. It's common whether clients no show, cancel, try to negotiate pricing. It's all under the same umbrella. So if any of that is happens to you in your business, that would be under the same umbrella of disrespect or a boundaries type of specific issue.
Right.
Okay, cool. So the reason why, let me go back to the questions I asked you. Charging premium pricing. This is such a big one, and I teach this in great detail in my academy. I have an online course, and it's so important to charge premium pricing because you wean out the people who disrespect you when you raise your prices, when you have the premium pricing. When you hit, let's just, you go into Walmart, people are kind of like wild and crazy in there. I love Walmart. I go in there.
Yes.
You go into Neiman Marcus, people act different in there. They
Very
wouldn't act the same way, right?
Yes.
Right? So as business owners and professionals and veteran stylists, we should be charging premium pricing. I feel like that will wean out people who disrespect you, your time, your expertise, your boundaries, your when I'm sick, I can't come back, all that stuff. So I want you to consider raising your prices if you haven't in a long time.
That's so funny that you say that, because I said, she's going to tell me I need to raise my prices. And my other question
Really?
on here I did. I have several questions on here, and the second one was about price increase and basically like some help on doing that because I know that that's an issue. And especially, I really think it's a good time because it's a new year coming. So I want to do that
Yeah,
at like the
great,
first of the year. So yeah, thanks.
great. So it was in your brain, and you're already thinking about it. You're forward thinking, and now that we're talking about it, and maybe this is a permission slip. Go ahead and do it. I just feel like the more what happened to me in my business, the more I raised my prices and I got to a premium price, I do not have clients like that at all.
Wow.
And I can only realize this is one part of the let's say solution. It just that when they're paying more money for someone, they respect you more. They don't they're not trying to negotiate pricing. I mean, my clients never negotiate pricing because the pricing is what it is. But I've had other hairstylists say my clients are negotiating pricing. I'm like, what? Like, of course they ask what's the pricing, but there should not be a like a you're not at a
swap meet,
flea market.
a flea market. No.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right. I always say if someone's asking about your pricing, they're trying to finagle. Would they go to their dentist or their doctor and do the same thing? Absolutely
No.
not. They wouldn't. We should look at ourselves as dentists and doctors regarding respect and boundaries. And cancellation policies. You should have a 48, 24-hour, whatever it is, cancellation policy. There should be no-shows. There should be credit cards on file. You charge the client when they no-show. It's 100% no-show, 50% if they cancel within 24 hours, or whatever your rules are. But these clients need to know. And why should it be surprising to them? Because their dentist and their doctor cancels as well.
Right.
It charges the cancellations too. So that's number one. Do you have any more questions about pricing before, like, is there anything specific other than just?
So I'm a special case. So I know I need to, there's some need tos, okay? Some things that I need to do that I'm not doing that I'm going to start doing. As far as like online booking and things like that. Like I said, I've been doing this for 23 years. So I have some clients who are older and I've kind of been feeling sorry for them because they're like, I don't know how to work it. I don't understand. I need your help and all of that.
Okay. They don't know how to work it, like do their hair, like style
Like
it,
the booking, like the online booking and stuff like that for, quote unquote, for me to change my pricing, for me to do certain other things like cancellations and all of those things that I know that need to be done.
Yes.
So how do I deal with them, with that? Like, that's really hard because they're not young and hip and stuff like that. So.
Well, how many would you say is saying that to you? Are there like 100? I mean, a percentage, or like, is it 5 or 10 people? Is it 25% of your clients? I mean, do you have any idea what that number is? And I only ask that because maybe it's just 7 or 8 people. Most people you bend the rules for, or you find another. You book when they're in the chair and online when they're sitting there, or something. Like maybe you figure out a way to be more accommodating to them, or is it like half your clients are like, no, I can't do the online booking?
For a while, it had been like half, but I shifted into more of we're in a college town, so I have like more students and stuff like that, and so they expect that and they look for it. So of course they're ready for it, but then I still have like maybe like the 25% that's like freaking out. Oh my God, like I don't know what to do.
Yeah, so you have not incorporated the online booking system yet. You're just preparing, trying to figure out and thinking this is going to be tricky, right? You haven't actually done it yet. So maybe we could do in that case is, I understand you want to simplify things. You want people to book their own appointments and give yourself an hour back of your day without texting everybody and booking, right? And then also on the online system, I use Schedulicity. It shows my cancellation policy on there. Right. It reminds them 24 hours in advance, which I'm sure that's why you want to use it, right?
No-shows.
So I would say
a lot of the
right.
stuff that I don't want.
Yeah, and you can keep track of it. Right, they're so great, and I think it's great that you're going to use it. Start with the people that it's going to be easy with. Just start, and then start telling your clients that you think it might be a little trickier. Just say, listen, I'm making some changes in my business, and I'm trying to simplify so I could be a better stylist for you.
Make it about them.
Think of something to say. Plant the seed before you actually tell them they need to start doing it. Because it would be like someone coming and saying, well, can you perm my hair? You're like, well, I don't really do perms. Well, maybe I should because they really want it. No, you don't specialize in perms. Period. The end. It's your business. It's your rules. You take the clients. You charge what you want. You have the services that you want. You work with clients that light you up. It's not them. You're one person trying to accommodate all these people. They need to work within your rules.
Right.
So I'd say just be a little tougher. And then start with the people that it's going to be easy with, like the college, the young people. Just be like, okay, here. So at least get that off your plate and start planting the seed for the people that you think it might be a little harder for. And then just say, I appreciate your support, and this is the way we're going to do it. I'll give you one more appointment. You can text me, but after that, you're going to have to book it yourself.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Okay, sounds great.
Maybe a little less. Does that sound less overwhelming?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Awesome.
freaking out about it because because I have a stylist, and so I have to do it online myself, and I understand their pain. I'm like, what? How do I do? What is this? What do you mean? Because I was actually, I know one system that I won't go with because I was actually charged twice. Like I paid the stylist, and then they tried to charge me again, and I was like, oh my God, and I didn't want my stuff on file, and with all the things going on, all the things like a Square and Cash App and all the all the things that are in technology world. The older people, I understand them being scared. It's scary.
Yeah.
Because as a stylist,
I think
to
right.
this whole new world because we've had a book for so long.
Yeah. Right. And this is modern technology. This is changing, growing. You're trying to create some more space in your life to, who knows what, take a day off, take more clients, whatever it is, just be very like communicative with them, start planting the seed, for everybody, but be a little bit more maybe thorough or explanatory. I don't know if that's a word, for the people that you feel like it's going to be kind of hard with. And also come up with a suggestion. Say to them, like, if they give you pushback, say something like, I know this might be a little bit tricky of a thing to do, or can you have your daughter help you out? I can book your next appointment for you while you're in the chair, so you'll just get the automatic reminder. You don't have to book it yourself. Like, try to be creative with how you're going to approach it and help them out.
That was scary for me. I had a young lady, well, I'll say my stylist that I have, she actually had a older lady, and I felt so bad for the lady because she couldn't get the technology working for her, and she didn't have a credit card and debit card and all that stuff. And she actually called me. This is what I thought was weird. She called me and was like, Queena, I know you still take appointments like on your book. Can you take her? She actually gave the lady away. And I was like, I was horrified. And I think that scared me even more because
I was just going to say, did that scare you even more? Yes. Listen, Queena, anytime you make changes in your business, whether you're price increasing, you're drawing boundaries, you're setting up a new tech system now, you might lose people, but don't be afraid. You have to look at the big picture. So don't be afraid. Those few people I teach my students in my class, Marie Kondo them. You know who Marie Kondo is?
No.
The woman that she had a show, and she helps you clean out your house, and then okay. So you say to yourself, like, oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad I got to know Stephanie for 5 years, and I wish her the best, and I hope her new stylist is treating her so good and so amazing, and you bless and release them. You don't say it to anyone, you just say it in your own mind, right. And that's it. Like, you can't hold on to, if you're making changes, it's part of the process. So don't be afraid. Don't have scarcity mindset. If you can, just know you're going to lose a few, you're going to gain a few.
Yes.
Or maybe you won't lose any. Maybe it's just in your mind. You're worried about it, but it's probably not going to. It probably won't. Maybe it won't even happen.
Right. Awesome.
You know. Okay, cool. So does that answer that in regards to pricing? Does that sound good with thoughts around that? Okay, cool. Now the next thing is, so I asked you if you show your expertise online. How often do you what's an example of stuff that you like to share online? Like, would you say?
Well, I go live doing clients sometimes, like talking about trims and the importance. I do it like a live before and after, like I'll be trimming them. Their ends will be like all jacked up, and I'll actually do the cut online. Or, I'll basically say, I just wanted to say hey, and then I'm letting them watch me actually do hair. I do a morning motivation. And I talk about what's going on at the salon. I do what I call my church announcements. So I tell them what's going on this week, what we're excited about, all of that stuff in the mornings. And then I tried what you suggested on your last Ask Me Anything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which one? What'd you try?
So what I did was, you said show your expertise and like allow them to interact with you, like make it interactive. And when you said that, I was like, okay, let's see. And it was probably 11:30, 12 o'clock, because I just found you recently. And it was like over in the morning. And I was like, nobody's up. I'm gonna put this out. And so I put up a before and an after of a young lady who that went to someone else, was going to get their hair done, didn't know she had like this terrible breakage. I mean, like where you looked at it and you went, what's wrong with her hair? Like, oh my God. And so I figured out, she came and I said, let's do a cute cut. Let's just we did like a comb over to the side, gave her some layers, shaved this whole side down, like took it down to like a 1, like to the breakage. And you couldn't see where it was broken at all. We changed the direction, we colored it, and it was awesome. So it's
a nice makeover. And normally you would just post that and say what, and then now what did you do different to make it get more engagement? So normally I would just
post it and say, book your appointment today. Sometimes I wouldn't even post those pictures because I would be like, I don't want people to know that it's them, after I've posted a nice picture of them. So this was an old picture. Yeah. So what I did was I went back to something I did before, because I heard you talk about having content. So I dug in my gallery of content and I pulled those pictures out. So it wouldn't be something that's fresh where they're looking at it right there and they're like, oh, the girl, that's Sally. Can you believe her hair look like that? Yeah. And so I didn't want any problems.
Did you have a call to action to get people to engage? Or what was different about this post?
So what I did was I put on there, hey, this client didn't know they had this breakage. So I decided to give her a cute cut and a pop of color. And I said, what do you think? And I said, basically I told him, I said, you don't always have to cut all your hair off. And then I said, what do you think? And then I literally, before I came on here, I looked from that time last night to today, I had 155 people click on it. And I had 30 comments, 30 or 40 comments, and they're still coming in. I'm still getting notifications.
Just from saying, what do you think? And normally you wouldn't say that. You'd say book an appointment, or you wouldn't really have a call to action. You would just post the thing. Yeah, the idea with so this is amazing. I love that one video you watch. You're like, holy moly, this works. This is the thing we want to. So back to showing your expertise online. In that video, I believe I talked about the hook, you're getting someone to stop in their tracks. You're sharing whatever you're sharing, your insight, and then you always want a CTA. Book. What do you guys think? Did you like her better pink, or do you like it purple? That kind of thing. So if you're online to promote your business, which obviously you are, then you want to create engagement. Engagement builds trust. Trust makes people want to buy from you or book with you. Or your regular clients makes them want to book another appointment or an additional appointment, or, oh my gosh, I forgot, I got to get in with Queena to get my hair done. So as long as you could be regular and consistent with your expertise, which it sounds like you are, but tweak a few things, like you said, you're giving motivation, you're showing behind the scenes when you're at the salon, and then also maybe just provide value in regards to like something that your clients ask you about. Like, let's just say my clients are like, how do I create beachy waves? So things like that, where you're like, actually hold the curling iron like this, like do it on your own hair, do it on your friend's hair or your client's hair, or just talk about it. Hold the iron up and talk about it. Or just, it could be a still pic, it doesn't even have to be a video.
Right.
So where you're providing value, you're there. But I would like you to see you provide more of your expertise, because that, my whole point to this is, if your clients are following you on social and they see how amazing you are, they know you're amazing because they come to you. They pay you, they come every month, whatever. But I want you to show things that they don't know. They know what you're like at the salon. What don't they know about you organizing your day? What classes are you taking to further your education?
Right.
What, how do you manage your clients, or you're moving over the system to online booking? These are things that make you look like the authority, the professional. Oh my gosh, she's charging $10 more per service. I'm going to pay it. I see her online. I see all the work she's doing behind the scenes. We want to show them as much behind the scenes, because people don't know, unless you're in the hair world, unless you're in the physician world. No one really knows. We're talking to uneducated people. They don't know how much it takes to formulate a color. Make sure you don't bleed. Get the client to keep her head still. Like whatever you could do to share, like what like your thoughts, not actually what color you're mixing. But like, I was going to use a cool red. I decided to use a warm red, not ends and, not the
right, not the
formulation
technical
that someone would know who's not professional.
Speak English.
Yeah, tell them that, because then they'll say, oh, she really is the expert. And when you charge more money and you say, this is my pricing, and yes, I can't come and work, all of this builds like respect and trust and likability. So you're already showing up. Now I just want you to tweak a few things. Again, using the calls to action to get them to engage. And then when they engage, comment back on every single comment. And then when they comment and say, oh, I love that color, you would look great. Thanks so much. You would look great. I have an opening on Thursday. Do you want to come in? So that's how you get them to, if they're your regular clients.
So that's my problem too, the closing. To me, that's like closing. That's like engaging them on, but what I did, I was in a jewelry company and they taught us about boosting our posts, like responding and saying something to them, always saying something when they comment. And I did that. And I'm telling you, I've been typing all day. Like, oh my God. Like, they've been like, great job. Well, I love it. You're awesome. That was a cool idea. And I've just been telling, thanks for your support and things like that. And so I did engage on that. That post blew my mind, girl. I was like, I don't know who this lady is. I found her the other day, but I'm following her. I love her. She is like, I'm serious.
I love it. Now, this is the other thing. This is how the algorithm works on, let's just, was this on Facebook?
It's on Facebook.
Okay. So, the algorithm on Instagram or Facebook, when you post something and you start getting engagement, the more people, the more engagement you get, liking, specifically people commenting, it tells the algorithm, oh, Queena's saying something interesting. I'm going to share this to more people. So the more you respond, the more engagement it has, the more it keeps getting pushed up in the algorithm. So that's the other reason why you want to engage, not only to like create conversation and get people in your chair and blah, blah, but to push your content up in the algorithm. So that's the other reason.
That was what happened. And I've been trying to do that for a long time. And when I saw it, I was like, holy crap. Like, oh my God. Like, it's like magic. Away. So thank you for that tip that, and then so to encourage you, that means what you're doing is working. And thank you for helping us, because we don't sometimes know we need something. It may be that little bitty thing, because sometimes as stylists, we'll be like, oh, I'm tired. I want to do it. whatever, maybe that little bitty
Yeah.
tweak thing that we're just missing. And it's like that car, you know, it's like that one
Yep.
spark. And now you're like all revved up and ready to go. So thank you so much for this.
Yes.
I appreciate you. I'm going to be here
Of
with you,
course.
following you. You are the bomb, girl. You are the bomb. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome, girlfriend. Okay, cool. So does that, we got the pricing. Okay, so we're gonna charge premium pricing.
Yes.
We talked about that. You're gonna show your expertise online. Okay, great. And then the other boundaries that you can think of, like, and you don't have to necessarily say this now, but just think of it in regards to how do you actually handle other boundaries, or what have you done before, or now you could just pay attention to it, like, oh, I should have done that with that one client and I didn't. So this whole thing with the client being like, well, okay, you got to come in on Thursday, if not Wednesday, that's disrespect, that's sloppy boundaries. No. So think about another time that you're like, oh, I actually let that client come in and she no-showed me last time and I didn't charge her, like that kind of thing. It's all under the same umbrella. So just think about that when your clients are, it's disrespect and messy boundaries. I'm not saying it's, I'm not saying you're having a hard time with boundaries. Maybe you are, but that's under the same umbrella. The client,
Yes, because I'm
that's
super
so
too
disrespectful.
nice. I'm too nice. That's my problem. I'm too nice. I'm the nice one. And
Yeah.
then it's hard when you've always been the nice one. This is my issue. When you've always been the nice one, and then you realize, hey, you're pushing me a little too hard. And then you start to push back because people, they immediately go, oh, I can't believe it. Oh my God. And then they treat you like you're a villain in a superhero movie, like, and you're like, what?
Yeah. No, I'm giving you permission now, Queena. You don't have to be mean or bitchy or anything. You can be firm and stick with your rules, your boundaries, whatever it is, it's your business. It's not their business, it's your business. So feel free, I'm giving you permission to stand up for yourself, to say no when you want, to say yes when you want. You can think of me when you're like, no, Stephanie, I cannot stay late for you today. Okay, cool. Okay, so what I would say for that specific client that you originally, the client was like, oh, can you come in on Thursday? This is what I would say. Maybe even I'll say this to you. Maybe come up with a little draft in your phone under your notes section for when a client, when this response will be applicable. So that specific client that you're talking about that wanted you to come in on Thursday, and you're like, I don't know if I can, I'm sick. Okay, so say something like this. Your upcoming appointment is very important to me, and I value you as a loyal client. Unfortunately, I'm not available until X date. Does X time and X date work for you for your next appointment? If so, I'll book you now. You're being firm, you're being clear, you're letting them know you're not available, and you're letting them know when the next time is you're available.
Yes.
Have you ever been that clear and direct?
No. I'm a pushover. No.
No, don't be a pushover. You're not going to be pushover anymore, Queena. So steal that.
I think the problem that I ran into is, so let me clarify. So this happened on a Wednesday. I was like, oh, she was like, feel better by Saturday. And I was like, you know what? Let's go for Monday because that's my day off. But hopefully I will feel better. So I'm shooting for Monday thinking that I will feel better. I didn't feel better. Yeah. So I had to call her and let her know, hey, I'm not feeling better. And she wanted to tell me about her going out of town on Thursday and, and all these things. And I told her, I said, well, let me see if I can find somebody else for you. Like I feel like I did more than the things that I should have, because I'm talking to you on the phone at 7:30 in the morning. I'm on my sick bed, like I'm barely breathing, and you're talking to me about you going out of town. Like, would you rather that, or would you rather go out of town and look good, or would you rather COVID? Like, what are your choices? Like, so.
Excuse me. Yeah. Well, okay. So going forward, let's just approach it differently. And like I said, maybe just have a text set up. Like when you're sick again, just come up with if you want to steal this exact verbiage, and just
so
be, this is one way to practice being clear.
See,
I guess it just depends on how you communicate with your clients, depends how you started the communication. it really just depends, I would say. I mean, I guess for simple it is nice to get on the phone and tell them, listen, I'm really sorry. I'm still sick. I have to reschedule you. But you could still have this script in front of you and say that. Just be like, hey, Stephanie, your upcoming appointment is very important to me. I hope you know that. I want you to know I value you as a loyal client. Unfortunately, I'm not available till next Thursday. So I have an opening at 8 a.m. Would you like that appointment? If so, I'll book you now. Like, it could be something you just kind of read from.
Okay.
That is not in a text or an email.
Yes. Yes.
The more you can be prepared for instances that you feel maybe uncomfortable or you're having a hard time with the boundaries, the better off you can be. Like inside my programs, I'm always talking about like boundaries and what we could say to clients and how we could stand up for ourselves more, where a lot of us are in the same boat. So this is just food for thought to think about. But the better you could be prepared for when people talk to you like that. But it might even be someone who wants to blow off their appointment. You come up with a little script for them and you say, no problem, you can cancel. I'll charge your card on file or send me a Venmo or whatever it is that however you do it. And just have that script ready. So you're always standing up for yourself and you're prepared. You're not like frustrated and you're like, oh, fine. Okay. I'll see you next week. Like you're prepared.
Right. Right. Thank you so much. How's that sound? Thank you so much for that. That really
okay, helps. Cool. You're welcome. Really okay, so now here's your other question. You said, how do I get clients to participate in events that I'm hosting at the salon? So my question for you is, what have you been doing so far? What's working? What's not? How do you inform your clients about this, especially about the events?
So I've basically started. Well, I usually let them know on like social media, and I probably should. I tell them in person, like, like they already know about it, which I think is a mistake. I don't know, but I let them know basically on social media. I talk about it, and stuff like that. Basically, that's kind of how it works.
Okay, so within your chair, you'll tell them about it. You post it on social. Do you know for sure that most or all of your clients are following you on social?
I read that. I saw that last night, and I have a lot of them that are. Yeah, that video was good, girl. That was like good stuff. But a lot of them that are, but they're not. So I was thinking about trying the thing where they're in the chair, like with the 5-minute thing.
Perfect. The 5-minute buffer, because you're going to take before and after pics, and you're going to say, hey, Stephanie, you're on social, right? Yes. Are you on Instagram, Facebook? Okay, here, let me follow you now. Or follow me right now. So you do that. So then when you're posting these about the events or whatever it is you're posting, they're likely to see it. They're much more likely to see it. So you want to make sure you're not just hoping they're on your account. Starts getting a 5-minute buffer in between each client till you got all of your clients following you on social.
Right. Great.
It's just a 5-minute buffer. It's nothing big. It's such a game changer though.
Yes.
So now when you say you've been telling the clients and you've been posting on social, are they coming to the event, or that's the issue? They're not.
They're not.
Or you just want more?
They're not coming. Like some of them aren't coming. Like I do like small vendor events. So I did one for Black Friday, and some of them, like a few people came, but they were more people on social media because I went live, and I allowed them to purchase from that, so that it wasn't like a total bomb, like not like a total loss. So that's kind of how I connected with
them. I love it.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Do you have incentives for them to come to the event? Like, do you say, free 10-minute massage, or I don't know, just like, 20, you could win a $100 raffle if you show up. I put you in a thing and, get your giveaway of shampoo and conditioner, or do you do anything like that?
I'm going to write that down.
Give an incentive. Yeah, giving them an incentive. I would say that, okay, cool. And then your clients will be following you on social. So the next time you post about an event, they'll see it ideally. Mm-hmm. And then my other thing, and then also, you can tag some of them in the event. Like, let's say your 15 most favorite clients that would probably show up. Post it about the event online and tag them in it, and just be like, and then post it there like, oh, I'm, if you get $100 raffle for a free haircut or whatever it is. So tag some of your clients in there, like not a million of them, but like,
Right.
you know, maybe like your top 20 clients that you know will show up, and you know they'll spend the money, and you know that they
Right.
would love the event.
Right. Right. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
cool. And then also, do you keep in touch with your clients via emails at all? Like, do you do permission-based marketing emails or anything?
Not as much as I should. That's on my should do list. It's a not to do list, but the should do list. It's on the should do list.
Right. So that is, I think it's so important that I have my my program, Glamhairus Academy, is 9 modules long. One entire module is all about emails, why you should do them, how you get them to sign up for the email, the whole thing. Because my point is, you could email them, you know, before the event. You know, when 4 to 6% of your followers see your posts on social, you know how many people see something that you share in an email? 100%. So if they're on your, if they say, yes, I'd like to hear from you, Queena, every week or every time you're, you know, you're promote, you know, you have an event, blah, blah, they're going to get the email. So that's how you can guarantee people are going to see it. So I would say get in a habit or a system. It's got to be permission based, otherwise it's illegal. So you ask, again, maybe when they're in your chair, hey, are you on social? Here, let's take some before and afters. Can I add you to my weekly emails or monthly emails or whatever it is? Yeah. Give them an incentive like, oh, I share this, this, and this that they wouldn't get anywhere else, that they're not going to get on your social media page, that they're not going to get when they're in your chair. It's for the special people, the special crew.
Yes.
So I would say get your email marketing campaign, start doing that, and that will really help. I think that's the best way to promote something, to make sure people see it. I mean, you want to do all the touch points. You want to post on social. You want to tell them in their chair, put a cute little sign up at your station, give them incentive. You can email them 2 weeks before the event, the week of the event, the day before the event, the morning of the event.
I'm going to need like a script. I'm going to email social media before and after. Like, I'm going to need to get all of this in my brain. Like, I'm like, whoa. Yes. But I did read your blog too, by the way. It was really good.
Okay, good, yay. Okay, cool. And then my last thing, suggestion is, when you said, I want to get more people coming to my event and whatnot, I would like you to be specific. What are specific goals regarding this? And I teach this in great detail in my academy. I'm like, I need specifics, like how I'd like X amount of clients to show up at X event. So 15 clients, 20 clients, you know, whatever it is, just, you know, don't tell yourself, even in your mind, I want more people at my next event. No, I want 30 people at my event on December 15th.
Be intentional.
So be clear and then work on get that goal, like do what you need to do to get that goal. So more specific, more clear, that then you're not distracted by other things. You're like focused on getting those people at the space. You'll get creative. You'll send messages. You'll call people. You'll tell people. You'll tell them to bring a friend, and then they get a something free or whatever, a discount on something.
I'm great at prizes. I'm great at, like, I'm the door prize queen. I'm the gift bag giver. I love it.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Perfect. So you tell them all the different things they're going to get, you know, the complimentary, like champagne or whatever it is, gift prizes, bring a friend and you get entered in the raffle 3 times instead of 2 times, you know, put a shampoo conditioner package together, put a $100 gift card. I keep saying 100. It could be whatever, 50 or 500 for towards your next service. Like, get them to come back in the salon and get them to bring a friend, and then just take tons of pictures when you have the next event. And ideally, if you could have someone there, like a friend or your mom or your sister or whatever, have them come, videos, go live at the events, like it's exciting, like record everything so people see, like, oh, darn it, I missed the last event. When's the next one? Oh, no problem. It's in 2 weeks or it's next month or whatever. Get that stuff recorded because that's part of your marketing material. Yeah, and they're going to have FOMO and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to go to Queena's next event. So that's how you start. So there's ways to market yourself and then get more the hype going and get people to have like FOMO. You can even ask people, let me know if you want to be on the list of the first to know when I have my next event. And they say yes, you put a little list together and you call those people first or email those people first.
Yes.
Make them feel special.
Yay!
Yay! How did this go? Did this help out?
This was so good. Like, My brain is so full. Like, I'm like, oh, I got work to do.
You're like, "Whoa."
Yes, those wheels are turning, but I'm excited. Thank you so much. It's awesome to be intentional and get the clarity and have the discussion about the things that usually are turning up here that we never get out or discuss it with other people. And
they just keep turning.
And they just keep turning. So they're out now, and now I can do some work. It's like, okay, get this car out of the garage and we can get this thing moving.
Yes.
Thank you.
You can rewatch this video. It's going right in this group, and everyone else can watch it, and you can watch it again, take pointers, take notes, and go back and watch the other Ask Me Anythings. I'm always hosting someone new in here, answering their questions. Sometimes people write in the questions and they can't show up live, or I just come up with things. I'm like, I've heard people complaining about this over here. I'm going to talk about that. So these are the best things. They're like my favorite thing to do is coach people, small business owners. It's not only stylists in this group, but help them come up with ways to feel good about themselves, create more income, market themselves strategically, and while we're having fun. It's not to be overwhelmed. This is to be having fun doing it.
Right, and intentional.
Thank you for being a guest.
Thank you so much. So I'm gonna go and do a screenshot. So we gotta post. We gotta pose for a picture. I'm gonna do a screenshot. So we got to pose. This is how I do my screenshots, like this. You gotta pose. Wait a minute. Make sure you do it. You good over there? Okay. Hold up. All right, so I'm gonna go back and screenshot it and send it to you.
Good. I love it. Yeah, send me the screenshot. I'll share it too. How fun. Let me know how things go, Queena. Like, let me know like a week, like, this is working. I tried this, whatever. Send me updates, post in the group here, because then other people can see like, oh, what's Queena doing? And then get inspired and excited. DMs are great. I love DMs, but if you could post it in the group, if you're comfortable, like, hey, I tried this thing, I did this thing, this worked, then that will help the other people in the group get like pumped up and excited, inspired, maybe have a little FOMO themselves. Like, I want to do what Queena's doing.
How long have we been a group? How long has the group been?
This group, a year now.
Okay, so I'm going for MVP. So the other people, they got to get on board. Because I'm going to be like, they're going to be like, how did Queena get top of the class? I'm saying, because they wasn't doing the things. So now we got work to do. Thank you so much for your time.
You're so welcome, girlfriend. Have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.